Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and thank you once again to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for giving me the tools to do this test drive of the Dom Resonance. Dom Resonance is interesting looking. It is a Gundam Thunderbolt suit, so it is, naturally kind of big and kind of weird, as you can see. Sadly, it's not the Zoc, or we could, stuff ag eyes in those feet. That would be great. But, yeah, this gigantic ridiculous thing is a 400 cost raid, ground only, melee priority 3, 19,000 hit points, ballistic resistance of 20, beam resistance 14, melee resistance of 20, range strength 15, melee strength 25, movement speed 145, high speed maneuver of 200, thruster gauge of 60, and turning speed of 54. So, it looks like it may boost relatively quickly, but everything else is going to be kind of slow. Close range parts and medium range part slots are both 14. Long range slots are 0, so you cannot up this thing's ranged mod particularly. Okay, so enhanced shield structure level 1 when you get 250 enhancement points. Frame reinforcement, so another 100 hit points at 500 enhancement points. You end up with one long range slot with at 760 with complex expansion slot level 1. Plus 1 melee at 1270. Past the first limit break is 500 more hit points at 2540. Past the second one is 4 more melee at 3810. Okay, let's take a look at this. Uses its own version of the Rikaten bazooka, it says, but let's see. Causes a large explosion on impact, can stagger, so we'll see if it causes a larger splash similar to that of the Zaku Machinery's subweapon bazooka, but also has its own heat saber. 2,000 damage, cooldown time between shots 2.5 seconds. Forgot to mention on the bazooka, power of 1900 per shot, 5 rounds per magazine, range 300 meters, cooldown between shots 6.5 seconds, and a 15-second reload. The spread beam, it's got the flash type, so no damage. Briefly jams the target's cameras and sensors, probably does do an instant stun as well. We'll find out. But yeah, has to cool down after every use, and has a cooldown of 12 seconds. Has its own Sturmfaust with 2,000 damage, range 225 meters, 15-second reload. Has an MMP-80, which, as usual, the Thunderbolt version looks slightly different, so that's, not a surprise. Let's see. And that it has 180 damage per shot, 35 shots before reload, 8-second reload, and range of 200 meters. It does have a grenade launcher, which does 1,000 damage. And yeah, apparently it fires slowly, doesn't do great damage, but has a fairly large stagger effect, it says. And also a spike shield, which is a very small shield, like hilariously small, with 3,000 hit points. Let's see, let me set up some gear here. Gonna put the MMP-80 here. Gonna put the grenade launcher here. That's how I usually do things. Spike shield, of course, is not a weapon in this case. It is a shield which in GBO2 is entirely passive and based almost entirely on your positioning. Okay, so here's the skills. This ridiculous thing has assault booster. That's great. Only level 1, so yeah, it does have a jump speed boost and stun protection when jumping, but not as good as slightly more spry raids. Has balancer, so it can go straight into melee after a boost. Maneuver armor level 3, so not only is it harder to stun when boosting, it also has 15% damage reduction. Melee combo controller level 2, which has which allows for 3-hit melee. Shield Break Stance Mastery, which honestly just makes sense. That stops you from getting stunned when your shield breaks, and the shield is tiny and the mobile suit is huge. That makes sense. Has an emergency evasion system level 1, so it has a level 1, a single dodge roll. Optimized cooling efficiency, so thruster consumption from starting a booster or jump is slightly improved. Anti-blast stabilizer, not staggered by other mobile suits exploding. Enhanced tackle level 4, 95% higher attack when you tackling, and plus 10% distance covered. Shield tackle also increases it further. Waist special cushioning, 30%. So I'm assuming that's the skirt armor and not just like the entire legs. It has auxiliary power level 1. That is the skill where if you have more than 1,000 hit points and an attack would destroy you, you survive with probably about 500 hit points and a dream. You will be basically very, very difficult to hurt when you're in auxiliary power, but it only lasts about 5-10 seconds. So make the most of those seconds. And it has high-speed mobile shooting, which you can... it is an activate skill in this case. You get it once per life. And if I need to test that a couple of times, I may have to turn on the AI and have it kill me. Actually, I think I can just set my current health to 0 and explode. So, but regardless, yeah, it lets you fire while boosting. And you get it once per life. So, okay, we are going to go into our standard test drive stage of Mass Driver Facility at 500. Because that gives us Zox to test stun effects against. And pardon the creaking of the chair and possibly of me. Let's see. I just want to see how this thing moves. It's kind of ridiculous. I was about to say, there should not be this much lag on a single player thing. Okay, so it's probably smaller than Dom Nomadus, and yeah, I have a feeling that the waist unit that they're talking about is considered like the entire lower body. Yeah, it scoots relatively quickly, but it does just move a little slower. So, all right, let's see how much of a splash effect this has. Try here. Not that much. I'm pretty sure the Zaku machinery would actually have hit from that range. That's a little better. Not a lot of damage. The flash. Yeah, it does stun. Sturmfaust. Probably about the same range. Grenade has a good range, though. That's not bad. Alright, let's check out the melee pattern. Okay, the neutral is a poke. Left and right are left and right. And the downswing is... That's kind of... Okay. So it's not quite the GPO3 downswing, but it is similarly useful because... yeah, that. Alright, let's see what kind of tackle damage we have with the shield and enhanced tackle. Or get caught on scenery. 1895 and knockdown. Oh, wait, no. It's not knockdown. That is the counter effect being on. Because, yeah, I'm just going to assume this does not have any counter animation because it's kind of weird. But, yeah, that is what that is. And, yeah, okay. I noticed that the, forced tackle thing did count the second tackle as a counter, even though the Gundam was on the ground, because it did replenish my... Okay, not quite that far. Boost. That's the word I was looking for. It replenished my boost. Yeah, most of these not... okay, yeah. Sturmfaust has decent range. I haven't actually tried the MMP-80 yet. Come on, brain. Okay, let's try that build stun on the Zoc. I'm pretty sure build stun is the same between the Zoc and anything else. So we'll also test some of the other weapons. So about 13, 14 rounds to do build stun. Let's reload that while we do. Okay, yeah, no build stun from the Flash as usual. Most of a life bar. Yeah, about 7 shots once you've hit with the bazooka. Sturmfaust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, about the same there. Grenade. Grenade has a little bit less build stun, not bird stun. I mean, the size of bullets and explosives we're doing, it would more than stun any bird you hit. But yeah, the grenade has slightly lower build stun than everything else. So, okay, yeah, about 45-50 on a Zoc. That's not bad. And yeah, it's a hover suit, so it has that momentum thing going on. Now, gonna wait for everything to come back up, and we're gonna see what weapons can be used with high-speed mobile shooting. The bazooka can. Let's see. The MMP cannot. Sturmfaust cannot. Now I gotta wait for my boost to come back. And the grenade cannot. It is all bazooka. So, alright, that's good to know. Let's try that again on the Gundam just to make sure. And it does not have forced injectors either, so there will be no changing directions to, so you can't just strafe and then go directly into a downswing. So you will have to be moving the direction you intend to attack in from the downswing, thusly. Yeah, which I went too far. Have to start from a little further back. Yeah, this is not bad. It is a 400, so it's not, the most gimmick-laden thing you've ever seen, but it's interesting. It is kind of, I want to say it's almost a Raid Dom Barrage is what it feels like. A little bit more of a focus on hard stuns than on build stun and consistent damage. But yeah, it's kind of, it's going to be interesting to try and use this because it does have decent melee damage. Nothing's spectacular. This is, of course, against a general that is 100 points above it. Let me try one of the Zagok E's and see how that does. That'll give us at least type neutral damage. That's worth looking at. But yeah, and I'll try a tackle on the Zagok as well to see if oh, that's another Gundam. Well, I'll tackle that, and then that's right. If I'm waiting for I don't have to wait for my boost bar to refill. I can just tackle something with the way this is set up. Brain as usual. That is, if I don't overheat myself like I just did. So, all right. But yeah, decent damage. The downswing, I think at the end of a combo, the downswing was only doing 1200. Let's check that out real quick. Too soon. Okay, and at the beginning of a combo, only 24 against something type neutral. I thought it was doing more than that against the Gundam, honestly, but no, it was doing 4,500 against the Zoc. I guess that makes sense. But, yeah, so... And that was, 1,200 for... Yeah, so the melee combo controller, it changes from suit to suit how much damage you lose between during parts of the combo, I believe. They've tweaked some so that they lose less damage on the third step of their melee combo. But I think what we're seeing here is about normal. Yeah, so if you just do 1 and 2, that's about 3,400 damage total. So let's see what a full 3-hit combo gets us. It does 17, miss. Oh, I'm doing great. Okay, let me find the other Zagok E, since that may not survive a combo. I think it's over here. Are you over here? Man, I know something I wish this would do and doesn't. Yep. I feel like with gigantic hovercraft legs like that, it should have the ability to skate on the surface of the water, personally. But yeah, we're going to find something. Zagok E, I hope. And yeah, try that combo one more time, see if I can land all 3 parts. If this is just a Gundam, nope, it's a Zoc. Okay, well, that'll give us an idea at least. So 32, oops, took too long. All right, 32, stubby little swing. So is it even possible? Okay, try like right here. Okay, 32, 31, and unknown. Yeah, so try that again, but no, that'll just kill that Zoc. Let's go to the other Zoc. Yeah, I'm just a little bit curious about, the actual melee math on this, but I don't know. It doesn't have... It has maneuver armor. It does not, to my recollection, have any other kind of stun resist, which is 1, 2, 3... Yeah, 22, 29 on the downswing, so yeah, about a total of 8 to 9,000 damage for a full combo on a Zoc. Assume probably about half of that, maybe a little less on a Zgok E. But yeah, it's... I don't know. I'm interested to see how this plays out. And matter of fact, I am going to... First, I'm going to explode. Okay, 0% takes you to 500. That's interesting. Can I 0% it again? Yes, and that explodes me. Okay. So, just basically a confirmation step to make sure you really want to explode, which I feel like is just... And it counts me as my own killer. That's cute. I think, I think making sure you want to explode is something that we should all strive for in life before we do it. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to turn the AI on. It's not exactly going to be a fair test because everything here is 100 points above me, but I want to see how this handles in something close to actual combat. So, let's go. Okay, yeah. I missed, that's good. Not that the, okay, got that. Use the tackle, which, yeah. I did leave force tackle on, so that restores my boost. Let's move in on the Gundam. It tackled me, which just, like a lot of the wide-based suits, is just to settle back. And, yeah. Okay. Yeah, everything I'm fighting, of course, has started out wounded because of the testing I did, so I don't know, how that's going to work out. It seems to have okay defense. Not great. Okay, that didn't kill the Gundam, but that tackle did. But yeah, I don't know. Just, I will have to, have to try it against actual 400s, but I just, feel like this could be stronger. Wow, yeah, I forgot the Zoc has just absolute melee defense. Okay, yeah, so grenade into Sturmfaust will stun. So will that. Okay, it shot me, but I didn't, of course, the Zoc does not have, there we go. Yeah, it does not have build stun, I think, on some of its weapons. Or no, it has build stun, does not have instant stun. Yeah, there's very few things melee doesn't stop, so... I'm gonna get around this Gundam, hopefully, and go fight the Zgok E and see how that does. Because I feel like that'll be a fairish test, but just, yeah. I don't know, I feel like this lacks something that I can't quite quantify. It just, it could use a little bit more. It will probably get buffed. We'll see. Oh yeah, you're also a Gundam. There is a Zgok here, I swear. For one thing, and, as with all hover suits, in terms of downswings, you have to provide the forward momentum yourself. It does get quite a bit once you get it going, but doing it from a dead stop, just you don't move hardly. Okay, a little bit. I also have that problem on. I also had that problem on hover suits with downswings, where I start to pull back before I'm ready to downswing, so I kill on my momentum. Let me try not doing that, and see how that does. But yeah, like I said, this it's interesting. I'm going to be interested to fight against them since I have not up to now rolled it. I won't have the tokens to try on my Japanese account until tomorrow. But yeah, okay, so yeah, it does have some forward momentum with the downswing, assuming you don't kill that momentum like this by pulling back. You'll see it does, still kind of skate forward. But yeah, if I was going to recommend changes to this, again, assuming it does not perform at 400, relatively well, getting sumoed by a Zoc, I would recommend, personally, yeah, of course the AI can read you perfectly, so, like that, over and over. Interestingly, though, okay, now I'm starting to take damage. Oh, okay, yeah, I should have been taking damage that whole time. I'm not sure why I wasn't, but oh well. But yeah, assuming it doesn't particularly perform well at 400, which, we'll have to wait and see, I feel as though probably the best place to start with a upgrade for this would be in letting the MMP-80 also work during the high mobility shooting skill, because that is a having multiple weapons to use on an approach would be good. A little more splash to the bazooka would not hurt. Oh, broke the shield. That's something. It does have a secondary stun on approach usable whether high mobility shooting is active or not, which is that flash. And, it does have fairly good splash area with some of these attacks. But, yeah, just, I don't know, maybe it's because hover suits are not my thing anyway, especially, the large ones especially. But, yeah, and of course, again, people who are better with hover suits will probably be able to make better use of the momentum thing. I swear I just bounced off this like a bumper car. A little bit. But yeah, I think I would make the MMP-80's machine gun feature at least usable to when boosting in high mobility. Gundam, I don't think it got stunned. I'm not sure why not, and I'm knocked over again. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. It might need a little bit more. Matter of fact, let me go back. Before we end this, I'm going to take it down to 400 and hope there's some things with actual, stunning weapons here. Because, like I said, I think it's only defense against stun is maneuver armor. But I want to see that for myself, just to be sure. Because, yeah, I feel like also seeing this just, next to other things at the same cost give a better idea of size, I think. Because I think, standard size Dom torso and, big legs. Okay, that is a standard Gundam. High-speed mobile shooting. Yeah, I can never remember that name. I don't know why. Well, it's not something that comes up much. What has it? The Sinanju has it. The, this has it. I'm sure there are other things that have it. Okay, yeah, there is a gun cannon up there. I can probably goad that into stunning me. Gun cannon MPT. Let's see. Okay, yeah. For one thing, the double cannons, I think, provide enough build stun to override my maneuver armor. I will probably die before I find out, but we will see. Got tackled again. Let's see. 2957 against a support at its own cost, and a clash against the Gundam, Proto Gundam. But yeah, again, it's my lack of part of what's really not making this click for me. I think is my lack of ability with hover suits, because it's. Yeah, I always feel like I'm wrestling the things. Got the gun cannon, though, before everything else got me. Let's see if I can live until the bazooka reloads and then see what kind of headway I can make with mobile shooting. But yeah, maybe, I'd be happy to be wrong. It does really feel like, though, there could be, this could be better, but for people who are good at DOMs, this may be really good. There's definitely a thing of mobile suits that work well for a specific skill set. Well, it's a kill set, too, if you use it properly, and not others. So, interesting to see how that works out, but let's move. Yeah, I'm about to die, and we'll probably use that as a good excuse to call it. Bonk. Yep, Gundam will get me. Yep, they both got me. Proto and RX-78 too. Yeah, so that is the Dom Resonance. I don't know about it. If you get it and you like it, let me know, how you use it. And just, yeah, it's one of those where, I feel like it may end up buffed, but it depends on, how well anybody ends up using it. So that is going to do it for this test drive. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.